The foldable phone market is heating up, with Samsung recently announcing two new devices in the form of the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Of the two, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is the company's flagship foldable offering. But as flagships go, this one also comes at a premium price. Luckily, we've had the Z Fold 3 with us for a few days now, giving us enough time to figure out if it's worth the price tag that Samsung has slapped on the device. But before we get to our in-depth review of the Galaxy Z Fold 3, let me remind you to subscribe to our channel if you're new and hit the like button if you find this video any good. Also, don't forget to share this and our other videos with your friends and family. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the stuff that matters. Make no mistakes about it. The most important aspect about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is definitely its design. Much like the previous generation foldables from Samsung, it is the one aspect on which the success of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 hinges. And from the looks of it, Samsung appears to have done a good job. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 follows the same design language that we've seen on previous generation flagship foldables from Samsung. As such, we have a book-like design with a hinge at the center, facilitating the opening and closing of the phone's large foldable display. For anyone who has laid hands on the Z Fold 2 or even the first generation Galaxy Fold, this particular design would be very familiar. However, what they will also realize is that Galaxy Z Fold 3 differs subtly from the previous generation design. This is because with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, Samsung has introduced a number of incremental upgrades. For example, the latest foldable feels lighter in the hand than the Fold 2 and is also thinner in comparison while it's folded. The phone also feels more durable in the hand, with Samsung using armor aluminum for the hinge of the device, and also Corning's Gorilla Glass Victus to protect the cover display of the device. For the foldable screen, Samsung is now using an improved ultra-thin glass, which the company claims increases the durability of the foldable display by 80%. In a first for the series, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 also comes with an IP-Exit rating, which makes it safe to submerge in up to 1.5 meters of water for up to 30 minutes. Like we said, most of the improvements are incremental in nature, but then again, it is a step in the right direction. All of these elements come together to create a sturdy phone that still looks awkward when closed and is almost impossible to use with a single hand once unfolded. In fact, even before you get to use the phone, the process of opening its display can be a complicated task if you have slippery hands, or for the matter, if you're looking to open the phone in a hurry. Thankfully, because of the presence of the fully functional outer display, we did not have to open and close the foldable display too often, as the outer display itself made it easy enough to use the phone closed at most times. For example, apps of daily use such as WhatsApp, Facebook and Twitter were all easily accessible using the outer display. Talking about the display department, as we mentioned earlier, there are two panels here. The first is a 6.2-inch tall but narrow dynamic AMOLED display running at a resolution of 2268 by 832 pixels. This supports a fast 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10+ standard. While the front display still uses an awkward aspect ratio, the upgrades to the front panel mean it's more usable than ever. This is very crucial as it not only makes using the Galaxy Z Fold 3 more convenient, but also helps improve the battery life of the device. Calman's display analysis showed the front display to be color accurate across both sRGB and HDR color profiles. For the former, the phone managed to keep the color accuracy error low, with an average delta E of 1.7 and a maximum delta E of 3.3. The results of the tricky DCI-P3 color profile were also acceptable, as the average delta E remained at 4.8 and went up to a maximum 7.6. The primary display on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is a bigger dynamic AMOLED panel, which can be unfolded to be used as a 7.6-inch display. This again is a 120Hz refresh rate panel that runs at a resolution of 2208 by 1768 pixels. This screen offers the user the chance to transform the phone into a productivity multimedia-centric device that offers an unparalleled immersive experience that frankly cannot be had on a normal glass slab design phone. The display does have a slight crease running vertically through the middle, but unlike the previous generation Z Fold phones, this one is not too noticeable when not viewed from an odd angle. Samsung has also used an under-display camera, which does a decent job of hiding behind the pixel when you're watching a movie or playing a game on the device. All of these elements come together to create an experience on the device that's equally immersive for watching movies and playing games, or for carrying out productivity tasks on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Again, Calman's display analysis backed our findings of the panel, as we found the foldable screen achieving good results in the display test. So for the sRGB color profile, the display threw up a very good average delta E error of 1.9 and a maximum delta E error of 5.4. As for the coverage of the color space, the color volume test revealed the phone's panel covers around 100% of the BT709 color space in the sRGB profile. For HDR content in the vivid profile, we found the color accuracy still remained well within acceptable levels. Proof of this are readings from color checker test, which showed the display throwing up average delta E error of 2.9 and a maximum delta E error of 6.2. As for coverage of the color space, in this profile, the panel managed a high gamut coverage of 119%. Overall, both the testing results and our personal experience with the Galaxy Z Fold 3 prove that Galaxy Z Fold 3 is made for producing experiences that frankly cannot be rivaled by the general glass slab phones existing in the market right now. Yes, there is still a lot of scope for improvement, and scaling as well as aspect ratio issues for some apps still hold the Galaxy Z Fold 3 back. Yet, its big vibrant screen ensures these issues do not count for much, and the Z Fold 3 ends up feeling like something that's a mile ahead. Yet, its big vibrant screen ensures these issues do not count for much, and the Z Fold 3 ends up feeling like something that's miles ahead of the competition. Now let's get to the performance. Under the hood, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 brings powerful hardware that we previously have seen on a number of flagship phones in the past. At the heart of the device is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset, which is snappy as ever and appears to have been used well on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. The chip has been paired to 12 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of storage depending on your variant of choice. The hardware comes together to make multitasking on the phone a breeze. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 comes running Android 11 with One UI 3.11 on top. This brings with it a number of exclusive features such as split view and multi-window mode that can only be experienced to the fullest on a foldable phone. While it's not advertised as a gaming-first phone, we did find the Galaxy Z Fold 3 to perform quite well when in this department. The experience of playing games with the screen unfolded was great, with the device's powerful performance only enhancing the immersive experience provided by the Galaxy Z Fold 3's big display. But if you're looking for numbers, both Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9 Legends ran at maxed out settings, and as you can see on your screens right now, this was without compromising on the median FPS or stability. Although we've seen higher scores on other Snapdragon 888 devices in the past, this still is among the best. Using Geekbench, the scores were again good, as the device ended up scoring 593 points in the single core and 1877 points in the multi-core test. But honestly, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is a device that's not about numbers and benchmarks. Rather, it's about real-world experiences, and that's where the phone excels. Coming to the cameras, there are a lot of cameras on the Galaxy Z Fold 3, including an under-display selfie lens. While not the most impressive, the latter is definitely the most interesting one. It is the first time we are seeing an under-display lens on a Samsung phone that promises to be invisible when you're not using it to take photos. While it does manage to live up to the billing to an extent, it does lose out a bit when it comes to the performance. The 4-megapixel under-display sensor captures pictures that lack detail and sharpness. Images clicked using this lens in well-lit situations looked washed out and generally lacking vibrancy. Its frailties become even more exposed the moment you start comparing the results to selfies taken using the 10-megapixel selfie camera available on the front display of the phone. While the presence of this more powerful selfie lens, as well as the ability to click selfies using the phone's primary lens, does help save the Galaxy Z Fold 3's selfie game, the failings of the under-display camera stop the Galaxy Z Fold 3 from becoming a great tool for taking video calls. As for the other lenses, all of them provide standard flagship grade camera experiences. The primary lens here is a 12-megapixel lens with OIS, sat next to a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera and 12-megapixel 2x telephoto camera. As you can see, there's no 100x space zoom here. But minus that, the Galaxy Z Fold 3's cameras provide good performance by clicking well-detailed shots both in daytime and low-light conditions. Photos clicked using the Galaxy Z Fold 3's main camera generally come out sharp and vibrant, with slightly saturated colors, something that we've actually come to expect from Samsung flagships in the past. As we mentioned before, the camera performance is flagship-like, and that's not only for daytime photography. In low-light conditions, the phone clicks highly detailed shots which are further supplemented using Galaxy Z Fold 3's night mode. The device also provides good ultra-wide performance, with the results deteriorating slightly in low-light conditions. The same is the case for the 12-megapixel telephoto lens, which also throws up good shots in well-lit situations, but suffers a little in low-light scenarios. The battery department is a bit of a mixed bag for the Galaxy Z Fold 3. The phone brings with it a 4400 mAh battery pack, which is a 100 mAh downgrade on the Galaxy Z Fold 2 from last year. While this shouldn't be an issue for moderate users, the Galaxy Z Fold 3's battery may end up proving inadequate for heavy users. But talking about our experiences with the device, we usually got a day's worth of use from the device on a single charge. Long gaming sessions did deplete the battery faster, but generally, the phone managed to get through the day without much trouble. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 also gets support for 25-watt fast charging, which honestly is a great help when the device finally runs out of charge. This can help charge the phone to the brim in about 1 hour 25 minutes, with 50% charge taking about 35 minutes. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is an expensive device, one that sits right at the top of the ultra-premium price segment. Yet, judging it based on its price tag will possibly be a mistake. This is simply because the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is not just any other smartphone. It is a device that bundles some interesting features like water resistance and support for an under-display camera in a package that's already full to the brim with innovation. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 successfully manages to be a phone and a tablet all at the same time. It delivers a premium experience and also promises powerful performance. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is bogged down by its own unique set of issues. However, as we have alluded to in the review, these are issues that do not in any way weaken the whole package, that is the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So, if you've got money to spend on an ultra-premium device, then go ahead and get yourself the Galaxy Z Fold 3. The phone's big foldable display and its all-round innovation will not let you down. But if you still remain confused, it'll probably be worth checking the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 out. While its more compact form factor may not enable similar expansive experiences as the Galaxy Z Fold 3, it will still act as a good entry point into the world of foldable phones, and that too at a more affordable price point. We'll be publishing a review of the Galaxy Z Flip 3 soon, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel and the digit.in website for all the latest updates. Till then, keep liking our videos and sharing them with your friends and family. Also hit the bell icon to make sure you don't miss out on any of our videos. Thanks for watching.